Yeah, so the COs, they locked the whole Maryland House of Corrections down. So when Jasper finished going through Baby Charles' mail, digging through, removing all the envelopes that had the smack tucked away in them, he took and threw Charles' whole mail bag in the trash. So when the COs came back up on the tier to pack Baby Charles' property up, they found his mail in the trash can. 2 COs was packing up Baby Charles' locker while the sergeant stood at the door and called names off a clipboard. He started from bunk number 1 and went around the whole F-dorm, calling names. And when they called your bunk and your name off, you had to step out in the hallway into this little office. They was asking questions. They was doing their investigation. As usual, nobody had shit to tell them. So when they finish with the investigation and they leave off the tier, all the Sunni Muslims go back to huddling up and all the good brothers is huddled up on opposite sides of the dorm. Because at this point, motherfuckers don't trust each other. The Sunnis don't know what their next move should be. And the good brothers, they on high alert. At this point, it's a stern match. Now, since this shit happened on the Thursday, the leader of the Sunni Muslims on F-dorm decided that they should wait till the next day, which was Friday, which they hold Jumu'ah every Friday, Muslim religious service. They was going to wait till Jumu'ah to hear from the Imam to see what the Imam had to say about Rafiki getting hit, because they already knew they was told to stand down on the situation with Baby Charles, but Rafiki was a different story. So until they heard from the Imam, what they was going to do was stand security, don't let none of them niggas come over where they was congregating at, and sleep in shifts. This way, while they sleep, is always a few brothers watching over them in that dorm. And the good brothers already being a militant group, they was already on that. But anyway, so when blood spill get on the tier to clean up the blood, one of the blood spill workers was a good brother. His name was Chalk 'em Up. Now, you know, when the blood spill workers come on the scene, they always got a CO that supervises them, the blood spill officer. But if you know, you know, the blood spill officer happened to be a good brother too. So he was in the mix. Young guy from out South Baltimore. All the good brothers knew he was a good brother, but the rest of the jail ain't know. So he used to let the good brothers move and shake, turn a blind eye, you know what I mean? So as soon as blood spill get on the tier, Chalk 'em Up already got his instructions to go ahead on and holler at Jasper and get that goodie bag from Mr. Morgan. So Chalk 'em Up tell him like, man, Mr. Morgan said once he divvy up, he gonna send you back down. Even if you go on the hammer, he gonna get it to you. Don't worry about nothing. He say he love you, they gonna take care of you. So Jasper like, that's what it is. Hand him the goodie bag. Chalk 'em Up hurry up, tuck that. And he tells the brother Black, Jasper, and the rest of the good brothers over there to stay on high alert. Watch the Sunni Muslims like a hawk. The first move they make that looks suspicious, strike first. And make sure y'all come to the Nation of Islam service tomorrow morning. It's mandatory. Unless the jail's still on lockdown, you better be up there. And Chalk 'em Up also tells them like, look, y'all boys make sure y'all hide y'all shit well. Because I was just out there in the hallway. They got the police out there getting ready, gearing up. They come in here and look for the weapon. So make sure y'all got y'all shit put up, man. So they all give him a 5. Go ahead and finish cleaning up the blood. Now the whole time, the Sunnis watching everything. Ice grilling, feeling some type of way. Now while he mopping, wiping the blood up and shit, the turtles come on the tier. The COs with the helmets and shields and shit, they come on the tier, make everybody sit on their bunk. They start shaking that bitch down, looking for weapons. They going all in the lights, they unscrewing the lights, all in the vents, in the ceiling, looking for blades. And they was knocking shit off. Found all the Muslims' knives that they had inside this long-ass light. Knocked them off. And a bunch of the good brothers' blades. And contraband too. But the most important thing, that goodie bag made it up out of there. Through the blood spill workers, they done slid it up out of there. But anyway, now when Baby Charles and Rafiki get down there in that cut hospital, the African doctor they had in there quickly realized that these boys need outside medical attention. So he called for that medevac. Within a matter of minutes, that bitch was landing in the courtyard. They rushed them boys out on gurneys and airlift them up out of there. All the niggas in the dorms can hear the helicopter propellers landing in the motherfucking courtyard. Nigga know what that mean. The Sunnis was furious about that. Cause when that motherfucking bird land, that means some serious damage been done. But anyway, when they get down shock trauma, miraculously, Baby Charles, he stabilizes. He blacked out from a lot of loss of blood, but the knife had just missed his vital organ, the jugular vein and all of that shit. He had to zip his neck back together. and give him a blood transfusion. He had some nerve damage out this world, and his right arm was dead. Couldn't move it. But the same couldn't be said for Rafiki. He left out on his feet. So niggas ain't think he was hit that bad, but apparently the blade pierced his heart. Took him away from here. Detectives get down there, start their investigation for a murder. Well, what ended up happening was, later on that night, late night, one of the Sunni Muslim dudes named Salim slid one of the COs a kite when she came around to make her rounds. She takes the kite, give it to the gang task force. In this kite, this nigga Salim is fingering Jasper as the knife slinger. And he telling them in the kite like, man, y'all didn't catch it when y'all came around. He got a bruise on his face from getting hit by the chair. The brother Rafiki hit him with the chair. Boom, he done pulled that slick ass move. So early that morning, I'm talking before breakfast time, 4 a.m., some detectives from off the street come in there, wake Jasper up, handcuff him, read him his rights, take him up out of there. All the good brothers wake up, they watching this shit like, what the fuck? Niggas tell him like a motherfucker. But they don't know if Baby Charles, Rafiki, or one of these Muslims in here done told. They don't know who told, but they know somebody told. But when they handcuffed Jasper and they read him his charges, they told him he was charged with first-degree murder. Jasper stayed silent, but all the other brothers was like, what the fuck? He didn't do shit. He didn't do that shit, man. But anyway, they got the TV on in the dorm. They watching the news. The situation that happened in the jail pop up on the news. Now, at this time, they was having officers stand in the dorm, so it was police in there, just sitting in there watching over the dorm. And as though that was the dorm and shit took place in. Well, they show Rafiki face clear as day across the news, saying he the one that lost his life. So when the Sunni Muslims see that, they all get to putting their boots on and shit. So the brothers watching, the brothers start doing the same thing. Now, ain't nobody got no blicks, because they just raided and knocked all that shit off, right? So the COs, they standing around talking amongst each other, not really paying attention, thinking ain't shit gonna jump off just simply because they right there. Yeah, okay. That motherfucking murder in the House of Correction was different. But anyway, once they all strapped up, got their boots on and shit, big cocky ass Muslim nigga named Chuck, big ass beard, gold teeth from old West Baltimore, right? He yell out like a grizzly bear, like, man. He yell out, y'all Kufar's gotta go. Y'all Kufar's gotta go. And start charging over by the good brothers with all the Sunnis behind him. He cracked the good brother Black that was on the team in charge on the team. Bam! He shake it all. They square up. Get to trading them bitches. All the Sunnis and the good brothers clashing in F-Dorm. Police spraying mace and shit.